I get it. I hope you guys weren't asking for that one. Frozen. So Frozen is written by Chris Buck, Jennifer Lee, and Shane Morris. It's also directed by Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee. It voice stars Kristen Bell, Idina Menzel, Jonathan Groff, Josh Gad, Santino Fontana, Alan Tudyk, Ciarán Hinds, among many others. So Frozen. I mean, good golly, I'm pretty sure the entire insect kingdom has seen this movie. This movie was suggested by Kayden, Kendrick, Audrey, Queeny, and a couple of gals that came into my work with their grandpa. I don't remember your names, I apologize, but hi. Anywho, these peeps have suggested this movie as their, drumroll, least favorite movie. If you're at all surprised, then you should get out more. Obviously not right now, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I get it. I mean, the fun part about reviewing these suggestions is that if it's your least favorite movie and I just so happen to like it, I can easily validate your reasons for not liking it. Not out of pity, but out of objectivity and a desire to be more eclectic.
Eclectic? Jeez.
Yeah, I might as well come clean. I love this movie. No. It's not because everyone else loves it or hates it. I don't care if you're a fan or not. Lock yourself into a theater with a bunch of Frozen fans and see how you do. I get it, guys. I hate fads. I will never like something just because someone else does. No, I have a mind of my own. But the point is, Audrey, Kayden, other peeps, is that I understand. You have every right to hate this movie. In fact, I bet you that if you look up fad in the dictionary, it's going to say, example, Frozen. Or it's going to have a picture of this little twerp. Just hear me out. In fact, let's not waste any more time. This is Frozen.
Characters.
Let's start off with the fact that everybody in this movie is just so charming. Their mannerisms, distinction, relatability, it is all on point. I mean, yeah, Elsa is OP as crap. I mean, she makes Iceman look like Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin. And she makes Mr. Freeze look like a strawberry ice cream cone. And she has a really interesting relationship with Anna. In fact, that's, I think, what makes the character so great in this movie. It's the relationships that they have with each other. Hans is fantastic. Not going to spoil anything, but what they do with his character arc is everything done right that Disney usually does wrong. A common theme among the characters in this movie. Okay, I know, I'm getting carried away with the positivity. Or am I? Okay, I hope that I've set the stage properly. If I haven't, then I apologize. Here you go. I want you to take a movie that you love. Now imagine that everybody loved it, was talking about it, and was practically worshiping it. So much even that many of them hadn't even really seen it. They just like it because it's in, and because it's important to them to like what the person nearest to them likes. It's so frustrating. But if you take everyone out of it, it's a good movie. Guys, I get it. I understand. Fads are annoying. What you gotta do is separate the fad from the bad. Otherwise, no matter how good a movie is, it will inevitably and negatively affect your perception of that movie. Enough said. Let's move on. Now, you thought I was just going to continue on with the positives. No. We have come to the deranged snowman. Okay, look, you can't get him all right. I used to hate this little dingle flurry. Now, I just think that he's a close misfire. I listened very closely this time to everything that he said. And I noticed that I think that what he does is he just says the obvious with a stupid grin on his face. And we find it funny at times. Admittedly. I think that what they were going for was, upon first glance, you look at him and you're like, he doesn't strike you as someone that has any common sense. And then ironically, you find out that he actually has more common sense than most every character in the movie. I can at least now admit that they stuck the landing. Like, when you land in an airplane and you literally feel like you're about to crash and die, then you don't? That's Olaf. Phew, close one. Almost ruined the movie.
Animation.
I mean, it's like every other big budget Disney animation. Amazing. Freaking Frozen 2, though. That's a sight to see.
Dialogue.
Okay. Separating the fad from the bad. You can't deny that despite it being overplayed like a fiddle repeatedly upside your head, These are good songs. Believe it or not, I have managed to limit the number of times that I listen to Let It Go to less than what I can count on one hand. And that's even considering the lungs of Idina Menzel. Wow. You can't deny it. It's something that everybody at one point in their lives has and will indulge in. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I am as much of a 14-year-old girl as you.
Story.
You know, I kind of love how this movie starts. I mean, yeah, Elsa's parents are straight up douches for quarantining her for like 10 years, but... Wait.
Lock the gates. We'll reduce the staff. We will limit her contact with people. The gloves will help.
You forgot masks. I mean, he seems to have the right idea. And then there's Anna. When she takes an icicle to the face, it's like the parents knew exactly what to do. Like they got it out of a self-help book. Now, in case we kill her, there's a bunch of magical rock trolls in the backyard. They'll take care of it. Well, geez, she have rock trolls in the backyard for her? I don't know. This all happened at the beginning, and I just found it amusing. Something I really appreciate about the story in this movie is that it moves. Like the pacing is near perfect. And I think that might be the reason why this has so much replay value for so many people. Call it the instigator for this movie being overplayed. Audrey, Kayden, other gals, if you're still hating this movie, then you have every right. I found your culprit. Here you go. You're welcome. The movie is also really funny. Like even Snowloff, or whatever the freak his name is. I totally know. I know his name. I don't want to say it. Like, even he has his moments. This movie just put a smile on my face. I can't help it.
Predictability.
Remember every other Disney princess movie you've ever seen? Remember how it is the same romp every single time? So much even that Disney basically coined the term happily ever after. And it meant the same thing in every single one of those movies. Until now. Finally, the cycle has been broken! Is this movie predictable? Hex to the no. Was it for the best? Oh gosh, yes. I said it in my Shrek the Third review. I'll say it again here. Disney has taught us for the past 50 plus years, if it feels good, do it. No longer. This is a good segue.
Moral.
Lesson. True love is bull. Or at least in the way that Disney has indoctrinated us to think of it. What is true love? I mean, there's an entire movie genre dedicated to it, and most of the songs that we listen to talk about it. But what those are referring to is separate. It's called infatuation. This movie gives us a new, realistic, and more relatable take on true love. And it is such a feat. This movie encourages you to think before making decisions. The opposite of what Shrek the Turd was teaching us. Characters make stupid yet relatable decisions throughout the story that don't compromise the experience. The animation is fantastic. The writing is beautiful. The story is super well paced and funny. The movie has great complementary twists. And it teaches its audience to make healthy, logical choices. Sorry, but this movie just kept making the right decisions constantly from start to finish. It's all about perception, guys. It's a great film. Perception is not always reality, and Frozen is a great testament to that. Or at least the culture surrounding it is a testament to that. And especially the culture surrounding that culture. You know, the culture that are simply sick and tired of hearing about Frozen. So it's not the film that's bad, it's the constant submersion into it. That can be bad. It's the difference between going for a swim and someone constantly dunking your head underwater. This I'm guilty of, I know. I hope that I at least brought some perspective, not opposition. After all, the fads never bothered me anyway. Now for rating this thing. Remember that no movie is perfect, perception is not always reality, and my perception of this movie has most positively shifted after multiple viewings. I'm putting Frozen at number 48. So there you go. Frozen has been slain. Or at least the stigma hopefully has. Thank you, Kayden, Kendrick, Audrey, Queeny, and my friends from work for giving me this opportunity to let it go. Promise, that's my last obnoxious Frozen reference. Anywho, people, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell on the side, and I will see you next time on MovieSlayer. I'm the MovieSlayer, and I like warm hugs.